Happy Thursday. I believe it's the 5th, of September. Me and Big Ron, we just went on an adventure. Took Big Red up to Ocala to National Parts Depot, and you can already see the bright, shiny black piece that we brought home. Was going to go live up there. There wasn't a whole lot really in the clearance area. There was some, but not a lot. I'm going to post a short here in a little bit that's got a bunch of pictures and stuff. If you have a Pontiac Tempest, they have parts for you in the clearance area. They had a quarter panel, a front fender, and a bunch of other stuff for a Tempest. But they also had, what did they have? They had a hood, a really, really cool hood for a 68 Mustang Shelby Cobra KR. It was the vented hood, the metal hood with the vents with the holes for the, what do you call them? The pens, hood pens, and all that. Pretty slick. But all in all, this is what we ended up doing. We ended up getting this rear fender because this, of all the fenders, this is the one that, regardless of anything, of any needing of repair, this one had to be replaced because it was just the wrong fender. So for our application. So this is the fender that came off. You guys have seen it, hopefully. This fender, which just changes the whole look of the truck. I mean, it just looks awesome with this thing on there. Fits really good. It's really good quality. Again, this came from National Parts Depot, NPD, in Ocala, Florida. They said they had 6 of them on hand, so now they got 5, but of this side anyway. Came in a really nice box, packaged really well. They're sweethearts. We had a really good time. But we picked up this fender, and we picked up the window seal, window cover with the. That's what we picked up, and the reason for that, we didn't pick up more, is some of the stuff that we wanted, they didn't have on hand. And I was just kind of looking for stuff that I could grab that was there, right? And they've got, a warehouse full of crap. I could have brought home every piece of this truck, I think, but for the most part. But, like this back panel, they didn't have. They had it in another state at another warehouse, but not there. They had just sold the last one, yesterday or something like that. So, brought the step home that goes here, but I didn't really want to spend the money because we've got a really big swap meet coming this Sunday. It's the Sumter County swap meet. And I say Sumter County. Sumter swap meet is what we call it. And they usually have a whole bunch of really good parts and things there. So maybe we can find some of this there. There is a guy there that does nothing but old trucks like this. And realistically, I could probably find a tailgate, and I could probably find that panel and maybe even that step sitting there. So, we don't necessarily need it right now, but, But we did get the rear fender, and guys, it's gorgeous. And it fits really good. It's heavy duty, really well built. It bolted right up. We just threw some bolts in it, it lined right up. So, really happy with this. And this now gives you an idea. And me, this is the first time I've seen this truck without the spare tire fender well. That was on this one, right? That's what was going to go on it and what has been on it forever. And this is what it's getting. So kind of gives you an idea. And when you look at this, just imagine the ride height of the truck being similar to this 40 Ford. Okay. So the ride height, hopefully the internet stays on, will be similar to the 40 Ford here. So it's going to come down just an awful lot. But for now, we got it on dollies. It's got, big ass truck wheels on it. It's all wrong right now. But for the sake of mocking it up, it's what we got. But I couldn't be happier with this. And again, we got this from National Parts Depot. You know, I told you guys yesterday I was going to do a live from inside the clearance room. There was probably 30 people in there when I was in there. So, you know, I didn't want to put people on film that don't necessarily want to be on film, right? And do that to people that are just trying to enjoy the place and pick out parts for their car. So something really kind of cool happened. The lady we were dealing with told us that there's a car museum in there that's got a couple hundred cars or something like that. And she said, next time we come up, because obviously we're there, you know, a couple times a month, she said, just give us a call or an email, tell us you're coming up, and they'll have Rick, the owner, give us a personal tour of the car museum. And we can interview them and do that whole thing, and bring all of that to you guys. Do a whole film, and I'll bring the real camera and do all the things, and that could be a lot of fun. He's got a lot of really rare muscle cars and street rods, trucks, that kind of thing, of extreme low mileage, right? They had a white with the black stripes. I want to say it was a 68 Mustang fastback, Mach 1. It was a Mach 1. 351 with the shaker hood. It had 5,200 miles on it. And the engine was 351 with a really rare option. It had a 2-barrel carburetor with the shaker hood, which is, I didn't even know they did that. But automatic car, beautiful car. Apparently, years ago, Mustang Monthly or something like that took the engine out of it and took the 351 out and showed on their magazine or whatever how to detail out a 351 with that car and that engine. So that was kind of neat. That was just one of, you know, hundreds of cars that are there. But could be fun. Something we're going to do probably next month. Maybe even later this month if we go back up to buy more parts. We'll get with them and maybe try to find a rainy day or something where they're not busy, and we can get Rick and get out there and do that. That'd be fun. I'd love to bring that to you guys. But yeah, so new rear fender. Made a run to National Parts Depot. New driver's side rear fender. I mean, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Fits great. All the things, you know. Don't mind the rust on the actual bed here, but on the bedside there, but you know, it's not perfect yet, but it will be. So that's where we're at here. Swapped out this fender. This is the fender we wanted. We kicked around like, okay, do we get a front fender? Do we get a back fender? Do we get this panel with this one here and a tailgate and a roll pan? Do we do that? Like, what do we want to do, right? And it really came down to, this was the one piece that had to be replaced because it was the wrong fender with the spare tire well thing here. And it's pretty rotted out and rusty and crusty. You see that there. So we did an upgrade from this guy to that guy. So now we're looking pretty good. And I'll be honest with you, my God, it's beautiful to put a brand new part on. It's in such better shape than the crap we've been doing. Man, it was nice. There's not a nick, a scratch in this thing. It looks perfect. So really, this will get scuffed up, heavy primed, blocked, probably heavy primed and blocked again 2 or 3 times. And then we're going to do the Raptor bed liner undercoating on the underside of it and on the wheel well of the on the side of the bedside when it actually comes time. Not out here, but inside of here. And we'll be ready to paint this fender at some point. So that's exciting that there's just so much less work to do. Oh my God. So we're rocking here, guys. Big Ron's working on his 44. He's taking the dash out of it. The idea here, I'm gonna walk out here. If I lose you, I'm sorry. I feel like I have a black hole as soon as I walk out of my garage door. So he's taking the dash out. And for those of you looking at this going, that's not a 44 dash. It's a company called Bitchin. It's a Bitchin dash for a 44, with Ford motor script gauges. Ron custom made a glove box here. It's got a little Volkswagen bug push button there for it, for the lock, you know, all the things. He's taken the dash out for a couple reasons. One, we got to do some wiring. It's just way easier to get to the fuse block and everything up here. And the other reason is we're going to put a windshield in this car very soon, it looks like. So next couple weeks, I imagine. We have a brand new windshield with a new rubber. It's the factory style window. It's a two-piece, and in the middle it'll have a chrome or a stainless bar that goes right here. You got a piece of glass and a piece of glass. We have that. It's in the other room in the house, and all the pieces, we just got to get it in. We tried the one-piece windshield and it cracked. You guys can see, so that's why we're doing that. But it is just dramatically easier with the dash out to do all that. So dash just unbolts, unplugs some stuff and unbolt it, and pops right out. So that's really actually beautiful. So that's what's happening here. When he's done messing with that and I'm done filming, he's gonna come in here and continue body work. This firewall is pretty much ready. We just gotta sand it down for primer. And the hope is that Saturday or Sunday, we heavy prime this cab. At least the parts that we can. The firewall, that door jamb, the back, the inside, all of that. We're also hoping Saturday and Sunday to finish up the doors and get them epoxy primed. Now this door needs a little bit of work. I need to weld a piece in right here. We got to weld up these holes where they had a mirror on it. We got to dent them in, dimple them in, and then weld them up, grind them down. And then I need to take the little right angle and come down to about here and up to about here. Yeah, maybe not that far, but get a splosh, an area where we can actually rough all this up with 36 grit so that the all metal sticks. So we can go ahead and skim this with all metal, and then we'll get to epoxying. So that's what has happened on this door. This door here, we got to cut the bottom off and put the new patch panels on, new door bottoms, inner and outer. Still got to weld up all the holes. Not these though, those are going to stay. I'm going to run a factory mirror, factory style mirror. These holes got to get welded up. And then I have to sand down the inside of this door, metal condition it, and pour 15 the entire inside of this door to match what I've already done to this one. This one's already had it done. So passenger door is dramatically closer to getting primed and going on the car. But by the end of the weekend, hopefully we've got both doors at the same place and they'll be white epoxy, and we can go ahead and start thinking about getting them on the car or on the truck. So yeah, so again, guys, we went to National Parts Depot today. Tried to get certain parts they didn't have, like back panel. They have it, but it's not at that location. So we ended up getting that rear fender over there to replace this rear fender, because this one had the spare tire wheel well deal. If anybody needs a fender, hit me up. I have one if you're looking to run a spare tire. But this is what we've got. And I'm not to beat a dead horse, but I couldn't be happier with this fender. The quality, the condition of it, fit and finish. It bolted right up. It's awesome. And it actually is the right fender for what we're wanting without the spare tire. So now you kind of start getting a look, back up here, you start getting the look of the truck, right? How it's going to be, which is pretty cool. And again, this truck is going to go down dramatically when we do all the suspension and the frame. So it's not going to be this high, but you guys can see how well this fits. And again, this came from National Parts Depot. This was $441 plus tax. So for this fender and the rear window seal, rubber seal for the glass with the chrome locking strip, was $512 out the door. So that's not bad. That's not bad. So really happy with what we got here though. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop talking and start working and start body working. I'm gonna start on that door jamb on that side, passenger door jamb. Big Ron's gonna finish up this door jamb and anything on the inside. So these areas are ready for primer. And then we're gonna move up here and start working on this firewall, get it final blocked and before primer. And then hopefully, you know, Saturday, Sunday, something like that, we'll be priming this. So that's the idea. There'll be a lot of priming. There's going to be heavy build primer going on to the truck, to the cab, and you're going to have white epoxy primer going on to the doors once we get them finished up this weekend. So stay tuned for all of that. If you guys are watching this, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. It's just me and my dad working on cars. Like I was saying earlier, we're getting ready to, my dad's pulling the dash out of the 40 Ford out here. And we're gonna pull the windshield out, the one-piece windshield out, and go to a stock two-piece windshield. Get that in, run some wires for the power trunk, get that kind of stuff done. And then we've got a steering box on the way, a new steering box for the 73 Volkswagen thing here. And we'll be working on that this week as well. So just stuff everywhere, you know. Again, I'll show you this again. You guys check this out. This is the 40. Bitchin' dash. He's under there unhooking everything. So this dash just unbolts and you take it right out, which is really helpful. But for those of you wondering, is that a 44 dash? Not technically. It's a aftermarket dash for a 44. So it's not the stock one. So yeah, so that's what we got over here. And yeah. Just been a really fun day, honestly. Just being able to get a new part like this, something that big. I mean, the box was huge, but to get a new part that just changes the look of the truck is just really exciting. Really, really happy with it. So hope you guys are having a great day, and we will definitely post some videos and whatnot tonight. I'm going to post a short here in the next probably 15 minutes of the National Parts Depot with all the clearance room and all that stuff, so check that out. If you're watching this, please like and subscribe. And we're going to shut up and we're going to get to work. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll